Oh, Bad Wolf, we'll get to that in just a few minutes too. That's a whole nother segment we have on the G6 refinery. I have some screenshots. I have some good screenshots and I have some bad screenshots. Because, yes, people are already pushing their way up. And as we can see from the STFC leaderboard website, there are already a handful of 62s. So these people have been busy in the last 6 hours, working their way up the ranks here. A handful of 61s already, quite a few 61s already. Now I will say this, moving from 60 to 61 is the equivalent of moving from 50 to 51, except, price wise. There are no, ore or crystal materials required for it. It's just an ridiculous amount of par steel and, titanium and that kind of stuff. Which, if these guys have been stuck at 60 for a while with not a lot to upgrade, they've got a lot of those materials sitting there. So this probably didn't cost them much of anything to go from 60 to 61. Going a bit further and trying to get through 61 to 62, this might be where it's costing them a little bit in order to make some of these moves. And I do have a handful of screenshots. Let me go find these. All right, so just for reference, all right, let's open this up. So this, my buddy Gan came through again with some more screenshots. Upgrading, if you guys can see this. Let's go full screen on it, make it as big as we can. Upgrading requires 6-star common, 6-star ore and gas, and 83.7 thousand. Oh, that's his academy he's trying to upgrade. Upgrading his academy costs 83.7 thousand of this new super par steel. You guys were right. We talked about this a couple weeks back too, that, they're not just going to use the same old, par steel, titanium, and dilithium. It's going to be like a super version, like trilithium or something like that. Yes, in effect, that's exactly what they did. I feel like I have a loose hair. So what they've done is they have souped up everything. So this building right here that we were just looking at requires 83.7 thousand of the new par steel in order to upgrade it. 83.7 thousand. Let's write that number down. The current conversion in the special bonus refinery, which you'll notice only has a 19-day timer, so basically running through the arc. When the arc is over, this timer goes away. So if you're thinking about, if you're sitting on 60 or 61 and you're thinking about like how far can I get, you're better off doing it now, and I'll show you why in a second. But this thing needed, what, 83.7 thousand, which I think is going to be about 3.5 bundles of this. Yeah, 3.5 bundles. Well, each bundle is equal to 1.7 trillion. So in essence, this is about 6 trillion par steel. But you have to come in here and use this special refinery to do the conversion. I don't know if this has a cooldown or not. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But once this timer goes away in 19 days, this is what you will have to do on a regular basis. You get double the amount. No, wait, I'm sorry, it's not 2.4. You get, what's that? A fifth of the amount for more cost. This is gross. You just went, if I wanted to upgrade this building today during the arc, it would cost me, what did we say, 6 trillion? Just under 6 trillion. If I wait a month and I want to do it next month when I have to use the regular refinery, I need 83,700. Divide it by 4,800 now. It's all I'm getting in this stupid regular refinery. It's going to cost me 17 and a half pulls. And my pull cost went from 1.7 to 2.4 times 2.4. Now we're talking about a cost that went from 6 trillion par steel to upgrade to 42 trillion par steel to upgrade. Simply by because you waited 3 weeks and didn't do it right away. They're given a super huge discount trying to get everybody who's on the fence and ready to start making this jump to do it now. Do it now, right now. That they are drastically dropping the price on everything. If you're somebody who's at like 58 or 59 and you're thinking about making a move, they want you to do it right now. They are incentivizing you heavily to do it right now. As you can see, doing it right here at, a sixth of the or seventh of the cost. It's just crazy. The fact that in 3 weeks it goes from this refinery to this. Maybe there's some research that'll come out that'll make the regular refinery better. Of course, as you scale up and level, maybe these, no, they probably won't. Let's not kid ourselves. They're probably not getting better. They're probably getting worse. But this is drastically uh, slated towards doing it right now and not waiting. So that's what the G6 refineries and stuff look like. I don't think I have any other graphics. Wait, I think I have one more. Hang on. I think I've got one more. Because I think he was jokingly asking if he could borrow some dilithium. Yeah, here it is. This is the dilithium one. So if you see any research and you're looking at it and it requires, whatever of this new, I don't even know what we're calling this. What is this? Is this omega, zeta? I don't know what that Greek symbol is. Let me go look it up. Greek symbols. Yeah, that one. I didn't go to a lot of fraternities and stuff like that, so. No, that's omega. No, sigma. No. Psi. No. What the heck is that? It's clearly a Greek letter. Or at least it's supposed to be. Sigma. Okay, so it is sigma. Okay. That didn't look like it on the other chart. Okay, so it is sigma. Thank you, guys. So this sigma dilithium, 50 billion of it per chest to get 2,700 of the sigma material. Can we even see the research, what it costs? Let's see. Probably not. It probably will tell me, my ops isn't even high enough to see any of this stuff yet. But if it was, it would probably be out here. Way out here. Yeah, it's not going to let me see any. If there's any new research, it won't let me see anything out there. And even this stuff here. This is just the Borg stuff, so it's not going to show me. But, yeah. Obviously, they might do things, they always do it right in the beginning of any new content, right? They make the price incredibly high day one, and then as the content gets older and older, they start to do things like add new research that has more cost reductions or other things like that, or they might tweak the refineries or put out a prime that can updates your, your conversions to it. But the G6 economy is significantly different than what we've seen thus far and is kind of starting over a little bit with some of these new materials. Now, I also don't know, because it looks like those new materials just kind of sit in your base. Can they be rated? I don't think so, but that's another interesting thing that I guess we'll have to find out for sure. Because that would be terrible, really. That would be terrible if they could get rated. So let's go back and look at the chat here. So what a start to a new. Oh yeah, yeah. Let me sell your house. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh hey Gant, 22-hour cooldown on that refinery. Thank you for confirming that. So those, it is a 1-day refinery, much like the the other resource refineries. It's down here. Here's your Zeta resources. You have to reach ops level 61 to even start doing it. Um, and that's going to be like your daily refine, is converting your par steel and titanium into your sigma materials. So yeah, so it's going to take you a little while to be able to make some of those upgrades and conversions. Bad Wolf did make the upgrade. 25 trillion regular par steel to upgrade to ops 61. Nearly 1,600 days for the building to upgrade. Well, congrats on making the move. But yeah, it's definitely a pricey thing for sure. A good idea to convert your multiphasics into dilithium before the 19 days are up. Yeah, I mean, the refinery is only going to get worse, right? It gets drastically worse when the 19 days are up. So, use whatever you can, get as far as you can during the month, and, you know, might make sense to, keep doing as big a pulls as you can on that stuff while the refinery is still forever in your favor. Because when the arc is gone, so is that, you know, special bonus type refinery for sure. Gant thinks they can be rated after all the normal resources are gone. That would be interesting. I guess it'd be a question mark too, is if, once you get your buildings up into the 60s, do these gain any protections? Like, is there any protected limit on Sigma materials? Oh, Sigma Par Steel, does it add anything? Maybe we can see that. Maybe it's on stfc.space. Par Steel Warehouse, right? If we take this up to 61, there you go. Z Par Steel capacity, 2,000. So some of it does end up in your warehouse. Okay. So that's where it can start stockpiling a little bit in your warehouse for you. And if we go look at the Par Steel vault, that's really what we're more concerned with, is what type of protection. So you do get some protection as well in your Par Steel vault at 61 for your Sigma materials. It's not much, it's a little bit, but then again, you're also not converting much at a time. And who knows if additional research that increases the capacity of your vaults will probably apply to this. So you might get a little more wiggle room there, a little bit more safety. As long as we're talking about materials and upgrade costs, is anybody else annoyed by the fact that they changed like the font and graphics on materials now? We used to have this where it had 5 stars and they changed it to this now where it just says 5-star. I don't know. For me, this bothers me. It just looks very uneven and asymmetrical now and out of balance, and it kind of it kind of annoys me. And they also seem like they changed the font that they're using as well. So now even the font looks funny compared to other things near it. But the fact that this is now 5-star, which again looks weird because that number is so much smaller than this number. It's like this is like font size 7 and this is like size 10. No room for 6-star the old way, but there was because we had research that had 6 stars in it. There might not have been room for 7. And I'm sure some of the new researches may require 7-star materials, which is probably what might have been the issue. But I'm sure they could have come up with a better way to do it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Not easy to do a quick glance anymore. Maybe that's what it is. You're like, wait, what is that? Oh, I need 5-star material. I also think that when you look at some of the stuff here, because of the way it puts it, it's like, wait a minute, do I need 43335 material? Oh no, it's 4333 of 5-star material. Okay. And again, I'm sure I'll get used to it in a day or two. That's just me, making a mountain out of a molehill, I guess. But so that's the new G6 economy stuff. We'll go ahead and wrap that topic up.